Hey guys, and we're back with another amazing guest. And so we're going to talk to 16-year-old Kheris Rogers. Now, she is a CEO. She is the creator of Flexin, Flexin in My Complexion, apparel line. And we're going to talk this evening about her debut of the HarperCollins published children's book entitled Shine Bright. So I definitely want you guys to go ahead and get out there and look for the book Shine Bright. But let's talk to Kheris. Guys, I told you we were going to entertain a spectacular young lady, and she is here. And this is Kheris Rogers. And guys, I want you to first and foremost take a note that you need to go ahead and purchase Shine Bright. Okay, you need to go ahead and purchase it. I know Christmas was a few days ago, but go ahead and purchase it for the new year. Okay, all right. Now that we got that out of the way, Miss Kheris, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing wonderful, darling. Doing wonderful. And I want to congratulate you.
Thank you.
Model, dancer, singer, actress, and the world's youngest designer to ever showcase her clothing line at New York Fashion Week. That is amazing in itself.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So tell us a little bit about Kheris outside of all of these wonderful things you're doing.
Let's see. What do I be doing? I feel like I try and get out. I try and go have fun. I love being outside. Literally, I just love being outside. I hate being in the house. I hate it. But I be going out with my friends. I be going to parties. Living a regular teenage life, honestly.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
Okay. Well, look, enjoy being outside now, because when you get older, you're gonna want to stay inside as much as you can. Kheris, you do a lot of different things, and like I said, we salute you for the things that you've done. But let's talk about Kheris as an author, because I have a couple of questions that have stuck out to me since I, read about you and saw some of the things that you were doing. Now, when did you first realize that you wanted to write?
Well, first, my grandmother used to always make me write little stories or read books and stuff like that. It wasn't something I always wanted to do, especially as a kid. Sometimes we don't like reading all the time. We like to go play and do stuff like that. So my grandmother used to be like a teacher. So, that was her thing. You best to do this. So I feel like I gained to love it over time. I feel like it was something that I wanted to do, especially writing essays in school. I feel like that was my thing.
Okay.
And so I was just writing a book about my story is another way that I can get my story for kids, for them to understand.
Yes.
These are the type of things that we go through as young Black children in the real world. And these are the standards that society puts us through. And so this is what we're going to deal with. And I want you to know these things before, you get older and you're confused.
Indeed. Now, what part of the book did you have the hardest time writing?
So in the book, when Imani goes to the skate park, I feel like what was hard about that, I feel like it was a little too, I feel like we dimmed it down a little bit. So in the book, you could tell it's not such a strong, going at it too roughly, I feel like. And so that part, dimming it down a little bit for a child's perspective and getting that to a child, I feel like that was the hardest part for me, because even though I am a child, I think of things as I'm older. I hear stories, they touch me a little harder. And so I feel like for me to write it for a kid, I feel like it was a bit difficult, but I feel like we got through it, because we got a book now.
Well, girl, that's that wisdom, honey. That's that wisdom. And wisdom is something that you cannot get in school, honey. That came from those, around you. And shout out to grandma. Shout out to grandma, because it's something about those grandmothers. They sure can do it.
Yep, sure can.
So how did you celebrate the completion of the book?
I feel like I haven't really got to celebrate it yet. I feel like right now, for me, I feel like everything kind of comes and then we kind of celebrate at the end. It's like,
Okay.
dang, we did that. So I haven't really got to celebrate the
Okay.
book yet, but I feel like during when I did the book tour, I feel like traveling to like these different places, I feel like that was our celebration. Still working because work don't stop, honestly.
I know that's right. I just love it. Guys, like I said, you have to get Shine Bright. And we're not going to tell you all about the book, but the main character in Shine Bright is Imani. And she is a beautiful melanated young lady. And we definitely want to highlight the fact that her confidence is shaken by bullies, but she definitely will overcome. And so we want you to get this book so that you understand and you can have the conversations with your children about the very things that they surely will face in times like these. Now, Kheris, what did you need in your writing space to kind of help you stay focused?
Let me see. Okay, I feel like it's kind of weird, but like the bathroom is kind of like my space. I've heard that from a lot of different people before, like the bathroom. Like, I feel like because you're focused. So it's like you have nothing around you. And I feel like that was kind of my space a little bit for like a good little hour sometimes. Or like my room. I like being in my room. I like being to myself. So I feel like my room and the bathroom,
That's interesting. Okay. But now that I'm hearing you say it and I'm thinking to myself, you definitely can get your quiet time in the bathroom because nothing's in there. Except for, of course, people that have TVs in the bathroom, which I'm still trying to understand that.
And me too. Me too. I went to a hotel one time and it was a TV in the bathroom, but it was like in the mirror. I was so confused. I was like, how am I supposed to watch TV while I'm looking in the mirror? It was literally built into the mirror.
You know what though? I can only imagine. Only imagine. All right, so Kheris, you're 16 years old and you're almost at the end of your academic career, your secondary academic career. Hopefully you're going to go further and further, but in the grand scheme of things, what are you looking forward to with graduation though? Because it's not far off.
I know. I'm really excited, actually. I mean, for college, I see myself, I really want to go to an HBCU. I feel like that's always been my dream. And so I just want that HBCU experience. But some people are just like, why are you trying to go to college? You might not need it. But I mean, it's something for me to say, I got a degree. I mean, it's something. But I really want to go to Grambling. My grandmother went to Grambling. Yeah, so I want to go to the South.
You do what you want to do relative to academics. You're going to always hear that. And so if I can give you any advice, you follow your heart. And if your heart is telling you to go to college and get that paper, you go and get your paper.
I know that's right.
Yes. Follow grandma. Grandma inspired you to write, so you better follow grandma. Okay, so Miss Kheris, what advice can you give to other young ladies such as yourself who have a story? They're touched by something and they want to tell their story. What advice would you give to them?
Always be yourself. Don't let the narrative that we're put in, especially as young women, that we're supposed to look a certain way, we're supposed to act a certain way, we're supposed to stand a certain way. We shouldn't always be put to those standards all the time. You have to be yourself. Act your regular, normal self. Give people your personality. Don't be afraid to get up and, act out a little bit. It's fine. You're being yourself. And you shouldn't always let what people say against your heads at all. And what I always say is hurt people, hurt people. You have to always keep your head up high, fix your crown, and don't never let it tilt, okay?
Yeah, you know what, baby? Listen, I'm already recruiting you. I need you to go on to Grambling, and I need you to major in either education or psychology. Then I need you to go on to get your master's in clinical mental health counseling, because that was one of our textbooks in clinical mental health counseling, and the title was Hurt People, Hurt People. And that was a textbook in my foundational class in the pursuance of my degree. So, honey, you are there. You know it. It is in you. You started with this book because this book is therapy for other young ladies, just like you and little girls as I was. And so you continue to do what you're doing. I'm so glad I was able to sit down with you today and have this conversation. Absolutely.
Yes, thank you.
Yes. Now let everybody know where they can find you on social media, how they can embrace your clothing line, and where they can find the book.
You can find me on social media on Instagram at Kheris Poppin, KherisPoppin. Then on Facebook, it's Flexin in My Complexion. And you can shop Flexin in My Complexion at flexinandmycomplexion.com. And you can find Shine Bright wherever books are sold, either that's online on Amazon, in stores in Target, my website, go get it, period.
Look, period. And that's how we're going to end. So Kheris Rogers, ladies and gentlemen, she is a creative. She is an innovator. And baby, she is a leader of her generation. So if you didn't know, now you know. We just brought you joy, jewels, and justice, and we are out.